Hi, my name is Carla Aguilar, and I'm going to talk about the Cold War. This is known as the indirect conflict that faced the United States and the Soviet Union during the second half of the 20th century, from 1947 to 1991. It was characterized by the attempt by the both countries to extend their ideological, economic, and social models in areas of influence through the satellite countries, always avoiding open confrontation between the US and the USSR, and maintaining a situation of tension and a very delicate balance of powers. Capitalism is an economic and social system based on the fact that the means of the production must be privately owned. The market serves as a mechanism to allocate resources efficiently, and capital serves as a source to generate wealth. The characteristics of this capitalism are the defense of the individual rights, the freedom of the company, through which it's possible to carry out business projects or to put an end of them, whatever it comes to, the competitive market, that means that the exchange price that is given that allows the interaction of supply and demand. With this, they give to the market multiple options and alternatives of products that the individuals have the option to choose. This rise the equilibrium of the prices and the shape. Socialism is an economic and social system that centers its ideological basis on the defense of the collective property, against the concept of private property of the means of production and distribution. Its basis is the collective property. This wealth should not fall on capitalist employers, but should be distributed equally. This allow them to eliminate the difference between social classes. The state interference in the economic and social spectrum doesn't allow the market all the decision of making and control the capacity of the products that they present. Socialism prefers greater centralization than capitalist systems. Now, I'm going to interview my humans teacher of first semester, Adrian Trulin.
Hi, my name is Adrian Trulin. I am 29 years old and I'm going to answer some questions about the Cold War.
What countries were the world leaders during this period?
Well, during the Cold War, we had two superpowers, which was the United States and the USSR, the Soviet Union, actually known as Russia.
Why did countries who were allies during the wars become enemies afterwards?
Well, these two countries, the Soviet Union and the United States, fought against Germany at the Second World War. They were allies with the objective to fight against a common enemy, which was the Nazis. However, even that they were allies during this war, they have different interests. They have a different economic system. The United States was a capitalist country, while the Soviet Union was a socialist country. So they have different interests, they have different ways of seeing the international community, and that's why after the Second World War they got into this new war known as Cold War.
Where did the Cold War take place?
Well, the Cold War took place everywhere. We can see that the confrontation was between the U.S. and the USSR. However, they didn't fought directly. They have different ways to fight indirectly, known as proxy wars. These proxy wars normally were fought in the uh, countries of Asia, Latin America, or Africa, which were known as third world countries.
What opinion did the general public have of the Cold War?
Well, the public opinion was divided. If you were from a socialist country, they will support the plans of the Soviet Union, while if you were in the western part or in a capitalist country, uh, you will support normally the US. You can see that in many movies how the US project the USSR as the enemy of all the world, and the USSR have the same idea, If you were part of the USSR or were part of a communist country, you, normally the population will have an opinion or a bad opinion of the capitalist system.
What type of weapons did the two world powers have at their disposal?
Well, they have many weapons, the common weapons. However, the big issue of the Cold War was the nuclear weapons. These nuclear weapons have the capacity to destroy the world. So that was the new thing of the Cold War. These two superpowers have the nuclear capacity to fight each other. However, if they start a war, they will end with the world.